Hey and welcome to the MX5 guide on the Winton Motor Raceway in iRacing. Like for all my guides, you can practice against my ghost car, you can find the lap files on the community Discord, which is linked in the description down below, and you can find the telemetry on Garage 61. Drive on this extension of the track to prepare wide entry and use the 50-meter board as marker for braking. You want to give the brakes a short, hard push and shift down into second gear. Be aggressive on the throttle and aim for a smooth line around the first inside curb. You don't want to attack this curb because it would unsettle your car. Stay on the throttle and fully attack the second curb to maximize your speed for the upcoming short straight. This exit is pretty easy since you can use the runoff. Just make sure that you don't drive over the left set of curbs because they will launch your car into the wall. Make sure you approach the next turn on the left edge of the track, use the 50-meter board as marker for braking again and shift down into second gear. Trail brake into the turn and hit a smooth transition on the throttle, and this track features two sets of curbs. Flat curbs which you want to attack and raised curbs like this one which you want to avoid. So try to hit a smooth line along the inside without touching the curb. Lift when you reach the end of the outside curb and turn in towards the upcoming apex. This time we have a flat curb on the inside, which means that you want to fully attack it. We are also in a high speed section, so make sure you are aggressive on the throttle and accelerate as you drive over the curb. Let the car swing to the right edge of the track. Turn in when you reach this pathway on the side and stay on the throttle as you attack the upcoming inside curb. When you reach the end of this inside curb, then you want to lift and let the car swing to the center of the track. I'm using a small trick here, and when you look to the bottom left, then you can see that I'm giving the brakes a super soft touch. This is not about speed, this soft touch on the brakes pushes your car diagonally further into this direction. This gives you a slightly wider entry into the next turn, which makes it easier to hit, and you can also carry more speed through it. Be patient, wait for the car to turn, and get back on the throttle once you know that you will hit the next apex. The next inside curb is raised again, which means that you want to avoid it and aim for a clean line around it. Technically you can attack this inside curb, but personally I made better experiences by driving around it. It's not only easier, but it also made my lap times way more consistent, so I will leave it up to you. If you for example feel like you can make an attack work if you attack here on the inside, then just go for it and attack the curb. Otherwise I would advise you to drive around it and take the easy line. Let the car swing to the left and there's no brake marker around here. I'm trying to brake when I reach the halfway point of the curb on the left, which is somewhere around here. You want to go hard on the brakes and shift all the way down into first gear. It's not mandatory, but I would recommend you to go for a manual blip when you downshift into first gear because it gives you a bit more control over the car. Trail brake into the first hairpin, attack the throttle when you reach the first apex and aim for a clean line around the inside curb. You want to stay in first gear while you accelerate and prepare to hit the brakes once you reach the next inside curb right here. There's also a small trick for this hairpin. You want to leave a bit of space on the inside and stick to the center of the track. This is important because once you attack the throttle for the next apex, the car will start to rotate to the inside and push into the space. So by making sure that this space is already available, you're giving yourself an easier time to hit a smooth run around the next inside curb without hitting it. Unfortunately, there's no brake marker for this one, but after a few laps you will develop a feeling for it. Hit the brakes and adjust your speed for the last hairpin. Hit a smooth line, avoid the inside curb and be aggressive on the throttle to accelerate onto the long straight. Position the car on the right edge of the track and hit the brakes shortly after the 50-meter board when you reach this bright green spot in the grass. That's how it looks like from up close. When you reach it, then you want to go hard on the brakes and shift all the way down into first gear. You want to manually blip again when you downshift into first gear to keep more control over the car. It's a basic hairpin. The only thing you want to keep in mind is that you want to avoid the inside curb here because it would unsettle your car. When you take a look at the white line right ahead of us, then you can see that the track extends a bit to the left. That's your marker for braking. You want to go hard on the brakes, shift all the way down into first gear and use a manual blip again on your last downshift. Be aggressive on the throttle and get back on it before you reach the next inside curb, which you want to avoid since it's a raised curb again, which would unsettle your car. Let the car swing onto the outside curb and lift shortly before you reach the end of it. In the last turn it's important that you keep everything smooth and don't unsettle the car too much, so I'm not working with very harsh inputs on the brakes here. I'm giving them a super soft touch and try to hit a smooth line around the last inside curb. It's a raised curb again, so you want to avoid it and try to be early on the throttle to maximize your speed again for the long straight. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I wish you all the best for the next races here and see you next time.